Well, hello there guys, my name is Tara and today we are going to be diving into memeology, and today's a very important day as it marks the beginning of my memeology series where we are going to be diving into memes and just memes. Today is going to be the introduction to memeology, as this is a very complicated subject with a lot of things in the subject. So an internet meme, more commonly known as a meme, is a type of idea, behavior, or style that is spread via the internet, often through social media platforms and especially for humorous purposes. Memes have been around for since the internet gained popularity, or gained accessibility I should say. Essentially, memes were made in communities or subgroups or subcultures, and you know how communities always have something in common, like it might be a community for a certain racial group, a certain ethnical heritage, or similar interest, or living in the same area, or whatever. Communities always have something in common. And of course, because of the fundamental desire for human connection that we all share, dating back to the hunter-gatherer days when we didn't want to be separated from the tribe because it would risk starvation or getting eaten by buffaloes. Because of this fundamental desire, it means that we want to stay connected within this community, and a humorous way of doing that is by spreading memes. And the said community within memes could be anything from having a similar interest to literally just being on the internet. So long story short, humans in communities like relatable humor, and there you go, the invention of the internet meme. I wasn't around for most of these memes. Not that I wasn't on the internet.
Well, hello there. We have an intermission from editing Tara, realizing that I didn't know what I was saying at this point of the video. I meant to say that I wasn't alive for a good portion of the 2000s, as I am an 07 liner and have only experienced 3 years of the 2000s. Wow, amazing. Okay, now back to the video.
Let's take a look at some of these, shall we? Oh, and the classic, the Rick roll. Oh my gosh. I hope this meme never dies. Literally 2007, iconic because I was born in that year, but still iconic. When was the last time I got Rick rolled? It was probably like a week ago, to be honest. Like, if I were to go onto Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up right now, I bet, like actually bet, there will be a comment from a minute ago. Like, people are still Rick rolling one another. 2007, that was time ago. Peanut butter jelly time. What a time to be alive. What an actual time to be alive if you were here to witness the beginning of that meme. I mean, I found this meme in like 2012, 2013, around that time, and it was just so annoying, but I couldn't stop watching it for some reason. We also had Rebecca Black being memed. Oh my god, remember the days of Friday. You know what's funny? I unironically liked this song at the time that it came out, and Rebecca got a lot of hate that definitely wasn't deserved for a 13-year-old girl, literally, that just recorded a song.
Rebecca also has a remix of Friday that recently came out, like in February or something. If you're into hyperpop, I really recommend checking it out. It was very iconic.
A little bit of a fast forward into the later, like 2015 onward time period. We had the guy looking at the other girl meme. Oh yes, this one got memed and memed and memed again and again, constantly in so many different subcultures and sub-communities. And I was seeing this meme every single day at the time that it was hype, getting hype. That was another strange time to be alive. And oh yes, the iconic, then the Drake meme. Is that a dab? Was Drake dabbing before dabbing was a thing? Huh? So that again, so many different subcultures and subgroups were memeing again and again and again. And last but not least, let's sum this up with something a tiny bit more recent. So we have the NIU meme, which I'm very proud to say that I absolutely love this meme, and I can literally remember when everyone was memeing it like a year or two ago, like when I just came into secondary school in year 7, everyone was saying it, and it was just like, and ooh. So next. Now, looking at all of the memes I just showed you guys, they're obviously all local or normie memes. I mean, like, not all of them are, but okay, they are. Tiffany Ferg has a really good video on like normies and locals. I think you should check it out. I'll leave the link in the description. And I'm linking something back to my first point about being in a community. Like, you can't be human and not be part of a community, in my opinion, because you're part of a group, whether you like it or not. Even if you don't want to identify as being part of a group, you're still human, and therefore you're part of the human group. And I feel as if this sort of sense of connection or, you know, relatability is, again, what plays into a big part of why memes even exist. Now let's take a look at some of the subcultures in some of these memes. Keep in mind that there are many subcultures within subcultures within subcultures of these memes. Hi guys, it's Editing Tara here, and lo and behold, I wasn't explaining something to the best of my abilities within the video, so here I am doing a little mid-segment where I try to explain myself better. So this was the point of the video where I was trying to explain the subcultures within the subcultures. I wanted to give an example of a subculture within a subculture within a subculture, and let's just take anime for example. If you say anime, that's a pretty general big thing, so like there are gonna be a bunch of subcultures within it. Let's just say it's harem, or I don't know, reverse harem. It's a reverse harem subculture. So within that subculture of reverse harem, what anime are we talking about? And even so, once we figure out what anime we're talking about, we can go even further and say ships within the anime. There are going to be different subcultures for each ship within the anime, not to mention the individual characters. There's always going to be communities of people that love a specific character or hate a specific character, and therefore more subcultures are formed from the one giant subculture that is anime. Yay! And so let's go into some of the subcultures that I can think of off the top of my head. Similar interest meming subcategory group culture thing. And within the similar interest group, there are tons of them. I obviously can't go into everyone within this video.
Gaming, anime, art, music, cosplay, books, movies, sport. If there's a niche that exists, there's also probably a memeing community for it.
Intersectional groups in memes, definitely. Especially so marginalized groups, I think. Whether that's female communities, male communities, black, Asian, or other ethnic, POC, minority communities, or white people groups, even though I haven't seen many of them memeing. LGBTQ plus communities, religious groups, etc. Even age type groups, like, you know how we were all memeing about like Karens and stuff like that? Like, they have their own types of memes, which is usually like normie memes, local type memes that they'd usually go for, but we're memeing about them as well. Doesn't that count as like another subcategory? I don't know. Anyways, I was gonna say like fashion / aesthetic groups, but I don't know if I can really count that as like a niche category.
This is the part of the video where I sort of started to retract on my point about the different subgroups, as you can't really just grab a subgroup and just be like, oh, you probably meme, when in reality it depends on the subgroup and what morals or, I don't know, social compass values that the subgroup has. And yeah, my point basically makes no sense.
These are groups that have their own subcultures and communities that aren't just to do with memeing as well, if that makes sense. I actually don't know what's my point with this. I'm just rethinking rethinking my original thought about that. Like, only intersectional groups and similar interest groups are, they're literally like the only subculture category umbrella that I can think of, like an umbrella term for all of them. But if you guys can think of any more, then please let me know. Alright, so this was a very, very basic introduction to memeing and memes and memeology. This is obviously a very short video, but you can't touch up on everything, and I think I'll be doing another part. I mean, probably not another part, we'll just leave it as a separate thing, about the history of memeing and memeology as a study. And I think I'll dive into different subcultures of memes as well, as we said before, looking into issues within memes and memeology, and probably like way much more within this series. And so I think we've reached the end of this video discussion, and I'd like to end this off by saying memes.